I thought with TJ gone, we might be able to skip that part.
No,
No,
wanted just for my man Teach.
you know, everybody pay tribute now. I will take it from your skin later because we're playing a one-off where nobody's safe and all deaths are on the table and a special guest DM. All right, so
I didn't say shit.
this is fair. This is fair, and your character is probably safer than most. Can you guys see me?
Nope.
No.
All right, let's go and reconnect here then. Do. How about now?
Hi, Spider-Man.
Oh God, it's Spider-Man.
How's it going? No, I'm gonna take off the mask. I just my Spider-Man.
The guest
of
star
my
part
costume.
makes sense now.
Motherfucking Jesse Eisenberg. Jesus Christ.
Fucking Peter B. Parker.
Motherfucking Facebook movie bullshit. Jesus, I can't fucking believe
What?
this shit. Have you seen this shit? Fuck
What
Jesse.
the hell? What happened to Jesse Eisenberg? All right. Wait, is that the Game Grunts quote?
Hour past.
All right. Whew. All right. So, we're doing something a little different tonight. We normally we'd be playing the regular campaign, which is the Morpheus Blade, but this time didn't have enough people who could make it, so we are playing our bit of our offshoot game, Mystery in Menestros, when more mysteries have been cropping up. So, to bridge the gap between last time and this time, so I'm going to give you guys kind of a choice of what you might have done in like a 3-day span. I assume, Relin, you were perusing the library and reading and studying?
Yeah, bud.
Yeah, bud. Okay, and then having beers delivered and being taunted by Shorziel until you snap him out of existence. Anything in particular you'd be looking for in those times?
Just stuff related to my book, bud.
Okay, perfect. So in those times, you do find that, you know, of course, as you thought, your book is a spell book, but you come across pieces of a name, and you can only make it seems to be you translated from a tongue that you're not exactly sure of. It seems like almost a combination of what according to your research seems to be, it's like a perversion of demonic and celestial written together. And you're really kind of don't know how to feel about that.
Also, shit about that cult, bud.
Oh yes, and as far as reading up on the cults and everything, you come across, you noticed, you remember him speaking of nightmares and things like that, and you in your studies come across that book, and get an idea of what Phobitor and the cult might be. But other than that, you do find other spatterings in history of the cult popping up and then getting immediately struck down within. Usually they come in like 5 to 7 year stints before getting crushed by whatever there is around. At one point, you're tracing it back, and it seems like the farthest back one you can find is 500 years ago.
Ah, fuck.
And then, Razzie, what have you been doing for 3 days?
Well, first of all, I healed.
Yes, yeah. Everybody heals, go to your max hit points and everything.
We all had a long rest. Everything's fine.
Yep. Yeah, mark off all your,
I explored the city, and I ate all the new foods, and I checked out things with my friends.
Perfect.
And
So, is there anything in particular you think?
That was here.
Is there anything in particular you think Razzie would be interested in other than food and stuff?
Smiting the evils and finding more succubuses.
Okay, perfect. So, when you get back, when you guys are taken down to the station, Raxidor, seeing your kind of passion, he's like, I bet we could find a place for you in the day shift. They always need some head breakers, and you can seem to break with the best of them. I could introduce you to some friends of mine who'll take good care of you. If you're interested in a few days' work, earn yourself some coin.
Absolutely. Smash, smash. Rid of the baddies.
Excellent. And then, so he introduces you to Bradley Arcoon. He's kind of he's a lieutenant, not quite captain or anything, but he takes you, and he's like, well, it's good to have you on the team. I've heard you found some sort of, you're good at dealing with weirdness at every turn, and you seem to be weirdness at every turn as well, which will make you fit right in with this lot. And you spend the day, the few days. There's a dragonborn who's just kind of almost like a supersized version of you. He's super excited. He's in his he's like late teens, early 20s. You're not sure which, and you never think to ask because everything's so exciting. And then there's a halfling who seems to ride on his shoulders and then jumps down and seems to be some sort of healer. And then to round them out, there is this Goliath who is determined that he is sneaky, but he is not sneaky. You're like, I'll sneak up on him, and then he ends up just getting into a big fight with people, and he's on the dull side, but he seems to be pretty funny, and he seems to love what he's doing, so he seems harmless enough. But
Sneak. I wear armor of gleaming, and I'm more sneaky than he is.
He's like, no, I'm sneakier than everyone here. Yeah, you don't know why, huh? You didn't look up, you never see me. So over those few days, you kind of help break up some, like, there's like been a gang around town that has been seeming to pop up a little bit more, and you end up busting them down and find like the leader. They're not like a terribly tough gang or anything, but there was some good fights and you had a good time, and they took you out to like these great steak. There's like this one was a giant steak dinner made like one of the fancier places in town, and you guys got a good seat for.
Ruin said they cooked it.
Well, you know they only cook it a little if you ask them. No, we'll have hers is raw but still warm. Trust me, the warm part is important. And so you get like a super rare, barely even touch the pan, like just a light searing, and it is delightful. There's like some spices and some good peppering and salt. So it is overall a very nice experience for you. Then like a few days later, who would have thought a Spider-Man costume would be so warm?
All Zentai suits are.
Oof. Such a weird. No, it doesn't cover my head. It's not a Zentai suit. I think. I don't know.
You had the mask on.
That is true, but it's not. Doesn't it have to be connected? I don't know enough. Anyway. Alright, and then so after about 3-4 days pass, you guys kind of going throughout your tasks and wandering around. All of a sudden, Maraxiador shows up at the mansion to talk to you. Renlin, you as you're in the library doing your studies, the butler kind of shows in Maraxiador, who gives you a nice bow, and he's like, "Hope you don't mind, Arundel let me in. I think I might need your help again. A similar case to the last one, except for they seem to have found something in the old ruins of the it used to be a temple to a sleep god that is just no one prayed to anymore, but seems like there's been people going missing from around that area, and I'd like to see if maybe your keen mind could be of some help. Would you and Shorziel like to come and help me
But
with
you gotta
this?
give your fucking balls a tug.
Good to see you too, Shorziel.
I'm getting just snap and he goes away.
Hey, fuck!
Yep. Fuck right off, bud. I'm fucking done with you right now.
All the way off.
Fucking degents. Fuck down below.
I don't suppose you found anything more about anything that happened last time. Have you?
Well, just shit from 500 years ago and more.
So nothing really that relevant.
Not right now.
Very strange. And Mike, you can't see anything because you haven't sent me your token or your. You don't have a token yet. Oh, I see. I see.
Sorry. I put it in my thing. I didn't want to interrupt.
Okay, got
Like
it.
I
now.
just did.
Sorry. All right, and then so all right. Well, do you happen to know where any of the others went?
I've
I've been here, bud. Don't know what to tell you.
Well, I guess we'll kind of find our way, and it seems, and as this talking goes, you guys hear just the like ding, 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 and which you, Redlin, at this point would recognize as the doorbell. Somebody coming, ringing to the door. Let's get to the right. 1 second. And then as you hear this ringing, you hear a strange voice coming mixed with the sound of the butler, who's like, "I'm so sorry, I don't think that he's expecting any visitors right now." That'll be, and then you hear this voice.
Hello. Sorry, I did not realize the door was open. Nabor did not realize the door was open. Apologies. I was taking notes on something. It's very beautiful. We call this estate.
Yes, this is the estate of the Duke Tobin Warwick, son of the great.
Perfect. Then this is where Nabor is supposed to be. Please, show me inside, please. Thank you. Hello. Hello.
What business do you have? I'm afraid I don't. I'd need to know your business.
Nabor was called to this place.
Nabor was called to this place. By whom?
Nabor does not know. Nabor received this letter.
And then you hand him the letter, and he takes a look at it, and he's like, of course. You know what? You want to join the others in the library? Let me follow me.
Yeah, but of course. Thank you. Oh, I like this fixture you have here. Nabor is very impressed. It's very airy, very homey. Nabor likes it. Yeah. Oh yes, please. Thank you.
Not mine, of course. I'm the butler, but do follow. And he kind of brings you over into the sitting area where books line the walls, and you see in this kind of larger chair, you see a halfling with red hair and a beard, kind of sitting there. Looks like he's getting ready to put away some books, and you see a drow who's in this kind of dark clothes that kind of cling tight, and he has a badge on his chest, and he looks. Yes, I do apologize. May I have your name, sir?
Nabor is called Nabor, Lord Nabor, but you can just Nabor for short. Thank you.
Yes. Well, Nabor, I'm Maraxiador. Pleasure to meet you. Captain of the, well, not captain, but leader, I guess, of the Special Magical Crimes Division in Menestros. And I couldn't help but overhear that you had a letter that brought you here.
But of course, here, read, and Lord Nabor, please, thank you. But just Nabor.
Which do you prefer, Lord or Nabor? Lord Nabor.
Whichever you prefer. Nabor is not picky. I like, there's very fine books in here, I see. What is that you're reading? Can Nabor see?
And you head over to...
I just go for the book.
Perfect. And Relland, he goes for the book. What are you gonna do? Relland, are you there?
I don't even know what's going on.
Oh,
Sorry.
I
was
okay.
muted, and then shit just went crazy.
No worries. The Tabaxi standing in before you. He's talking. You see him talking while you're kind of absorbed in your book. You go to like close it to go sit down, and all of a sudden you see him hear him. He's like, "What is over? What is the book? May I see the book?"
No,
what
is this book? Let me see this book. Let Nabor see. Oh, this is a very nice book. Can I Nabor read? Oh, thank you. And I'm just reaching for it, not even really waiting for permission. Just going to take it.
Firebolt.
All right, roll your attack.
Let me make sure that I change my thing.
17. Does the 17 hit you?
The 17 does hit, and yeah, character sheet. Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. As you go to cast it, Maraxidor immediately counterspells it.
Like,
Temper.
Relin doesn't even look up. This is just like a reaction. Just like, no.
Relin, this is a new guest who also received a letter.
I see, I see. Lords are not appreciated here. Nobor is very unimpressed with the dealings of Menestros so far.
No,
Who the,
Nabor.
who the fuck is this?
He calls himself
Oh,
Nabor.
I am
and,
Nabor.
Lord Nabor. I'm afraid I
Lord
didn't
Nabor.
catch.
You can just call me Nabor.
Where do you hail from, Nabor?
I am wandering the lands far from a kingdom from across the Shattered Sea to the east.
yes.
Excuse me, beyond the sea, beyond the Shattered Shore to the east. It is of no consequence. You just have to know that Nabor is here.
I do like to study the world and the places in it. I would love to know the name of this place.
Oh, the name of this place, it's the Kingdom of Rexentropol.
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 You have to show me sometime. In the meantime, Nabor. This is Relin Wondertrundle here. As he opens up the letter, he's reading it. He received a similar letter to you, and, the Duke who sent you this letter now is slain. He was tried and hung for crimes against, all creatures, really. He planned to murder his son, and it seems like he was bringing people to recruit into his new cult, of which we are learning bits of now.
This is very ominous.
Yes.
Nabor is glad he is here to help.
I have
Do
a
you know-
question
Yes.
to GM. Can I make an insight to see if that city sounds like bullshit to me?
Yeah, you would have read enough, especially in the last few days. Go ahead and make a history check, actually.
Can I roll a? Would I roll a deception check? Because he is full of shit on that city.
Well, it all depends, because he's not trying to see if you're lying. He's just seeing if he remembers that. So it's
okay,
you're not
fair
really. He's not really seeing if you're lying. 13.
Oh, I rolled low.
Yeah, but it's basic.
You're lucky.
You do recognize that it's a mashup of two different city names that you've heard before, and you're like, this is. And it's also kind of suspicious where he's like from far, far away, and so.
All right, bud. Or whatever you say, bud.
Why don't you lick your balls?
No, he's out of existence.
Oh, he's okay.
He's
never
out of
mind.
existence.
He's still out. Okay, perfect. No, and then so anyway, yeah, I've actually come on a similar business to. It looks like you could gain some favor in the city, and not only that, maybe some coin in your pocket as well. If you think you might have any services or some knowledge that might help with further inquiries.
Well, Nabor is always willing to help, although not for the coin. As a lord, Nabor is very secure on the coin. But if you feel the need to necessarily pay Nabor for his services, he will accept, of course. Not to be rude. It's very rude where Nabor comes from to not accept payment. So I will accept the payment that you are now offering to me. Thank you.
You know, brevity is the key of wit. Anyway, we have one more to find, and at that point, Rezi, you hear inside of your mind the sound of Maraxiodor's voice, and he's like, Razi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
And I will say, for argument's sake, that you were at the pub with your new crew. And he's like, oh, excellent. Then that means you're close enough that you can head to the estate. If you would, I would appreciate your help with another issue of something that might plague this city. Would you mind assisting me once more?
Start looking around.
Go down.
No, it's I'm contacting you magically. You can hear me in your mind. Come to the estate. I'll be there waiting for you. I'm sorry, what?
Evil.
No, magic, not evil, I promise.
Oh.
Don't worry.
Try this, but if any trixies, I shall banish thee.
Of course, yes. I would expect you to banish all of you come across. That's what I like most about you.
Hey.
And like running off.
And as you run over, Maraxi returns to the other two. You just
Shield and sword in hand. I'm ready.
and
Hey, Ty, what was the name of the lord that called us there again? I'm sorry.
oh, that's okay. His name was Duke Bentham Warwick.
Duke Bentham Warwick. Okay.
Mhm. And oh, here actually, I'll just show him to players so you can see his, not only see his portrait, but kind of see some of the stuff from before.
Stoic.
Yeah, and then Everindale is the butler. Him too. So yes, you met him. Yeah. Perfect. All right. And then and the rest of you see like Maraxter closes his eyes for a second, and as he opens them, and he says, actually, Resi's on her way. So now, Nebor, other than being a duke from other parts, do you know any reason a duke might want your services?
Oh, Nabor is no duke. He's just a lord. See, and I show him. There's a signet ring that I have on my left paw, and I just kind of hold it out, like not looking at my hand as I hold it out. Just lord, no duke. Not like duke. As far as the letter wise, I do not know why the duke would send this to me. Perhaps he was looking for Nabor's expert opinion on how to be a better lord for his city. It looks like the city could use some better lordship. Are you offering a position?
You do understand that I'm part of the guard, right? And in no position to offer lordship. You do understand who does offer these services, correct?
Well, then please show them to Nabor's direction so Nabor can
you
make
might,
proper pleasantries.
Of course. Now, they are rather busy people, and it would not hurt your reputation to help us a little bit beforehand. Maybe we could expedite the process to meet them.
Of course. Whatever you feel the need is necessary for Nabor to win their favor. I understand this being a lord myself. To earn such favors and just start lighting a pipe just of some foul fucking smelling tobacco.
And then as you go to light, almost in an instant, as you light the match, two fingers press it out as the butler's standing right next to you. I'm afraid no smoking in the library, sir. And at that point, Resi...
because of the books, of course. I walk out of the library and in the hallway, try to light my pipe.
And as you try to... he's right there again. I'm afraid no smoking of any kind in the house, unless with the new duke at a social gathering. I apologize. It is for the cleaning staff. And then he pulls the match away from you this time. And at that point, Resi, you come running in. You just run right through the door. It's slightly open. You just run in expecting trouble, and then you see everybody standing around, and this new cat person standing next to Duke, holding next to the butler, who's holding a bit of match in his hand, and he kind of pockets it slowly.
It's city guard. Are you not going to do anything about the? I
haven't seen one of you in forever.
City guard, do you just let kobolds run around your city?
Ones like this we do.
Sir.
Razzie, this is Nabor. Nabor, this is Razzie, and
Nabor, but just Nabor. No Nabor. But see, yes.
Nice to meet you.
It is nice to meet you, my little my short friend. It's
hopefully you aren't as racist as the rest of these folk.
Well, being from the land that I am in, looking down on someone for race.
Don't know why that happened.
Very bad. And truth be told, it's far more often that you look down on someone for their height. It's a short joke. Nabor is very funny.
Yes, Nabor is quite interesting.
I like this kobold. What was your name again?
Zahir! Zahir!
And then as she says Zahir, this panther walks up next to him. The panther has a bunch of it's like bags and saddle, is like almost a saddle and bags and everything around it that are kind of it doesn't seem to be bothered by the weight, but it does seem to be quite a lot for just a single
This is my faithful steed.
You ride this cat?
He is my mount.
I'm just gonna shift my shoulders uncomfortably. Okay, as long as we understand that no riding of Nabor will occur.
Oh no. This is a faithful mount. This is my gift from Bast.
And you do
Bast,
recognize
yes.
You recognize the name Bast. It actually is a god you're slightly familiar with.
Oh. Is that something I can look up?
Just look up the Egyptian god
here?
Bastet.
Okay. Bastet? Oh, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
Bing. Who uses Bing?
Apparently you. All right. So, Now,
I would know what breed or what race he is.
yeah,
Right?
you have traveled through the Tabaxi lands with Tabaxi in them, so you do and recognize him as a Tabaxi.
It's the Tabaxi realms.
Yes, yes. As I was telling these other people, across the great sea to the east, beyond the sheltered shores, Rexentropol is where I hail from as a lord of the city. That's what Nabor is from. Yes,
Oh, Lord of the City. You're not, you're Lord of
A
the
lord in the
entire
city.
city. In the city. Oh,
not the
right.
entire city. I'm part of many lords. There's quite a bit. It's much bigger than Menestros. You understand? Nabor is just a small cog in the larger machine. A large cog, actually, but big cog, important cog, but just a cog.
Ah, interesting. And then, forgive me, Nabor, but this mission we're going on might require a bit of fighting. How are you in a fight? What services would you require?
I'm gonna cast mage armor on myself.
Okay.
Nabor is always willing for fight.
Perfect.
It's just getting boring talking about books and being shut at fire and then not being able to light tobacco anyway. Nabor is ready. Let's go. What are we doing? Is the kobold coming?
Yes, both the Cobalt and the, are you halfling and gnome are coming. And then, as all of a sudden, like, you just feel this tiny tug on one of your ears, and then it's really and then you feel like a tickling inside of your ear, Nabor.
Who did that?
And you look around,
Nabor does
there's
not appreciate pranksters.
nobody else near you. And then, all of a sudden, a tickling at your nose.
I'm gonna slash out with my claws.
Perfect. Make an attack at disadvantage. I just doing it unarmored. Claws. Okay, yeah, 16.
That's not bad.
+6 on the claws. Damn. No, that's using your regular. You should. Do you have? Why do you have a +6?
Let's see here. Let's take a look at my D&D Beyond.
Sure.
Claws. Oh, sure. Sorry, that should only be a +3.
+3. Okay. So it's only
So
a
13.
13. Okay. Take a look
Yeah.
here.
You would think I'd be proficient with my claws, but whatever.
All right, and then go ahead and roll damage.
Boop. Just a little baby D4. I don't know
Okay.
why I did that. Stand by.
Go ahead.
2.
2. Okay. And so as you reach out, your claws catch just the barest amount of, like, they almost miss, and then as you slash out, you see this small demon kind of like pop backwards and like, why don't you lick your balls a little? And he kind of like flutters around and away from you. Look at you.
The
You're
boy does not have to do that right now.
so you. Oh my God, he does it. He admitted to it. You're so fucking up your own ass. You can't even see that you're not a lord. You're lord of your own balls. And he kind of like disappears.
What the fuck is this little thing? And why does he insult Naborsto? And why is he so culturally insensitive?
He insults everybody. Get used to it.
Not
Pretty
like
asked
these
if I
things.
could smite his evil. Trust me, not worth it.
That is Shulziel.
I'm gonna lean in over to the kobold. If you ever need help with that, you just let Nabor know.
All right. So, Razi, now that you're here, there's been we found a temple. No one had known what it was really for. It's just been an abandoned temple around the city for years. Digging in a little bit, I found that it used to be a temple to a sleep god, or a god of sleep and dreams. His name was Morpheus. But since it was decayed, I decided I'd take a look and see if I could find any reports in that area. And it turns out people go missing around there a little more often than they should. And so I figured I'd set together another small team with the resources available to me that we could head out and maybe take a look. Are you in? Razi.
Yes, I am very sorry. Doing spells.
It's okay. I completely understand. All right, in that case, I'll show you all through the city. It's just on the outskirts, so a bit of a walk, but should take us no time at all. And then, with that, Maraxidor kind of starts to lead the way. And as you guys are headed out of the city, you go back through the different.
I'm gonna interject real quick.
Yeah.
Because as we leave the mansion, or
Mhm.
house or whatever it is, manor. I'm gonna, as the second I step outside the door, I'm gonna turn to the butler, light my pipe, turn around, and just walk behind the guard, smoking it
And as you
very
do,
ostentatiously.
you see just a small smile from the,
And I prestidigitated out.
and it seems to go out for no reason.
Stupid Menestros air. This is it's quite odd being in the desert, so moist. And so I'm gonna Eldritch Blast light it. No, that's ridiculous. That's too much.
Your pipe
gonna
explodes in
prestidigitate.
your hand. No.
I'm gonna prestidigitate it lit again.
Okay, so as you light it, and then it seems to dim near to the point of going out, and you're like, "Ah," and then you pursed it back up. You put a little gusto in it. Roll a roll a
I'm so-
d20.
I'm so tempted to just blow a spell slot right now.
The funds of one-offs.
Me? A
Yeah,
D20?
yeah, you. Perfect. And as you go to light it, it's a little more powerful than you were expecting, and you just and you feel about half of the packed tobacco burn almost instantly.
Are my whiskers okay?
They are okay, but irritated.
Nabor is not impressed with the city.
Well, I don't think it's trying to impress you. But anyway, as you're going through, Maraxidor kind of points out a few things to Nabor as a new person. So if you go through here, there are 3 wonderful theaters. You should visit them if you have a chance. I recommend the Rattling Saber, one of our finest establishments in town.
Rattling saber, yes, very, very nice, very nice.
have-
It is worthy of lordship, I hope.
Oh yes, indeed. They actually have great plays about lords going on. And then there's...
Where were you a lord from, bud?
Rex, who's saying this? Is
Right.
this the little invisible bastard again? Nabor does not like that.
Just
no,
fucking
this
look
is-
down, you fucking racist.
Oh, why is everyone so short in this city?
Actually, they're out-of-towners like yourself.
Oh! So do you feel as unwelcome as Nabor does? Anyways, I apologize. Nabor apologizes. Rexen Trappel. You've probably never heard of it. It's on a different continent. I wouldn't expect many people from this area to know.
Sure you don't mean Mexentrum, bud.
It is past Rexentrum. It's not quite near your house, but, just near the Ashkeepers.
Empire or Dynasty, bud?
A little bit of both. Depends on the day.
Sure. Whatever you say there.
Anyway, this is the... And as you're going through his...
Fucking degens from Wild, man.
G-Gens from Wild Map. Holy shit. And then, so as you pointed out, add a few more things as he goes down through the city. You see, there's this entire alley full of shops, like more shops than you'd seen probably anywhere. And the Menestros is one of the biggest cities, probably the biggest city your character had ever seen. Even if no matter how they play it off, like it is huge. There's ports that go out, and then there's a city to the east. There's a lot of it's kind of built like it's almost so big that there's like a whole quarter of the city that's almost extended out over this giant lake that has a river that leads to the ocean. And then, so as you're taking up the front gates, which you come in just earlier that day, this time with you get no trouble or anything from any of the guards or anything, as you see Maraxidor just with his sunglasses on, as it's daytime, he just kind of gives him a nod, and they wave you
He's got
everybody
fucking
through.
sunglasses.
Yeah, he has to. He's a drow.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he has these kind of like purple, they kind of go over and then cover the side as well. Kind of a super old-fashioned, think vampire. Think Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula, those stupid sunglasses.
God, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Only
that is a perfect picture right there.
Without all of the shitty plot and shit they had.
So when do we meet the NPC who just talks like this? Dracula.
Dracula,
Excellent. Why are you here?
It's
God.
like, oh. No. Well,
Yeah,
this is-
excellent.
Spoiler alert. Fuck, no. All right, so, but he continues to lead you around the walls of the city, and then eventually brings you this path, and it brings you. It's on the edge of the desert. You see, there's this temple that has been just destroyed. It has its own small graveyard next to it, but it looks like it's fallen into disrepair. Gravestones have been knocked over.
I can't see it.
Can anybody see it?
Zoom out, dick.
I'm zoomed all the way out. It is a black square for me.
It's at the bottom.
It is a black square for me. I'm all the way out.
Give him control of his token, Ty.
See things.
Oh, maybe.
I don't even see my token. It might not have sight.
Hold on. You wouldn't need that. It's global illuminated. 1 second. Your token might be being a dick. Token is being a dick. Hold on.
I remember them days.
Oh, them days. I see what happened. Okay, 1 second.
This is why the vampire game is going to be weird and just have like atmospheric photos rather than actual maps.
Yeah, I thought about it. All right, can you see now?
It's harder to do that with D&D.
Negative. Let me reload.
Okay.
Fire.
How about now?
I'm reloading.
Oh, okay. Reloading.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, all right.
I have sight lines.
Wait, you don't. What? How do you only?
So I
not-
see.
It's not
That's
all
okay.
lit. We have like shadow lines.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's what I need to know. So,
Yeah, you're good.
okay, so
Like
we'll
I've got
just
the
go
courtyard.
ahead.
Looks like an ominous
Bam.
thing in front of me.
All right, so it did. Oh my God, hold on. Let's go ahead and use that then. Okay, so we'll just increase your guys' sight since it's daytime. La la la. Stuff I don't normally
could-
have to do.
See pretty far. It's just
It's like the buildings that are blacked out.
Oh yeah,
Anything
yeah.
that's-
Perfect. So you-
Anything that's at an altitude.
perfect. Okay, that's exactly the way it should be then. So
I mean, it does look kind of cool.
perfect. All right, so as you guys or Marixia leaves you up and you see this the graveyard to right, there's a statue that has been almost completely beaten down by the wind. It's barely recognizable as a human figure. And then in front of you, there's there's broken in walls and doors and stuff in this ruined temple in front of you. But the front door still stands, and oddly enough, it's made of a painted glass. And it seems to be like all of these different colors, and it's in the shape of like a person holding their hands out benevolently, and it's just all of these colors warping out from the inside of it, and it looks beautiful, and you are amazed that it isn't broken compared to how everything else is.
This is very nice. This must be made from Rex and Trouble. Very durable. The board would recognize.
Actually, from our research, this is should be over about 200 years old at this point. Now, unfortunately, as good as the craftsmanship probably is in Rex and Trapple, we've been able to identify.
Trouble. But yes, go ahead.
We've been able to identify that this was made by pressing the sand from the desert, and it seems like there was something that happened around that time that made it have more of a luster, and we're able to make more colors than we are able to. We don't know if it was maybe a shifting in winds or something that makes it no longer accessible, but there's something that happened that made them able to make this with the sand locally. From what I've read, anyway.
Do I recognize the figure?
Roll a history check.
Oof,
Now,
holy
unfortunately,
shit.
it doesn't seem. It seems like vaguely familiar, but you're like, well, so many religions have human-like gods. It's getting ridiculous.
Rolling like shit.
So one of the things is I haven't gone in yet. I'm not sure what's on the other side. I came close and decided that it might be a better idea to bring some help along with me. So, want to be the first, but does anybody like to? And he kind of gestures to the door. And
Oh, Nabor will go. Nabor is very good at knocking on doors.
It's-
Ow.
perfect.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I want to find out what you do.
I will strut up, take a good whiff of the pipe, put it out, crack it on the kind of empty it out on the column there, put it away, and just give a slight little.
And as you do, you hear dong 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 dong, as it's made entirely out of glass. It's not that I expected people who would answer the door to be here. If that makes any sense.
Oh, what were you expecting? Nabor was misinterpreted. It must be the accent.
Yes. Sorry, mine's quite thicker now. Actually, I was hoping Razzie, since you are made of stouter stuff than I am, if you might head in
Yes,
first.
yes. I do it. I
And
do it.
I will be right behind you.
That's what they always
Chill.
Perfect. And as you make your way up to the door, what would you like to do?
And I just like step forward with my shoulder,
Strength
my
check.
foot, and I just bam.
Strength or athletics check, whichever you prefer. I guess it'd be athletics. Never mind. Hit roll athletics for me.
Hey Ty, how long did it take us to get here?
And it took about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Okay.
And so as you as you step out of this way, Razzie just runs up and then bam, and the doors open, kind of just roll open smoothly.
In my head, and I'm like, whoa, it's big.
And,
It's very impressive, my my kobold friend.
Not just my size. Appearances can be deceiving.
this is more than true. All right.
Oh,
So
Nabor understands that very much. I had no doubts in you, my little friend.
More powerful than most dragonborn.
she's not kidding either. She's dangerous.
No, I don't doubt it. All the Dragonborn Nabor has no, they are bricks. Every single one. All of them.
They're mighty, mighty.
Do they let it all hanging out?
All right. So what do you
fuck,
see?
It's a ditty from a bard I knew back in this one bar. He was pretty cool.
Excuse me.
Fucking figure it out.
What do you see?
I look around and see what I see.
Perception check.
I'm gonna look around as well.
Perception.
See nothing.
First roll the character.
Usual.
And it's crap.
All right, so looking around,
We're
you
over
guys.
here making brick house lady jokes.
That's what you get. No, as you guys kind of look around, you do see that there's like some small inscriptions on the floor. There seems to be some stairs headed down into an under basement, and there seems to be a lot of broken stairs. There seems to be pews and an altar, and on the altar there seems to be some offerings that still seem fresh.
I go and I check and I give it a sniff sniff.
Perfect. And
What kind of offerings we got here?
go take a look.
Enough
So-
of it.
Maraxidor, move up. Relin, are you gonna move in? What are you doing?
Very careful not to touch. I only sniff.
I'm gonna poke with my pipe.
Perfect. And Relin, what would you like to do? Are you coming in or hanging out?
I'm looking around outside.
Outside. Perfect. Okay, go and make a perception check for me, or investigation, I should say.
Who dat?
Perfect. So a 13. Going through you kind of like taking a look around outside. You do see there's collapsed statues of like a hooded figure. I mean, you're looking around. The gravestones, like you do catch like occasionally there is some writing, but it does seem like the scripts and everything are super old, as though like it's almost like a mismatch. Like it just. You recognize it. You think it's a language that you're familiar with, but it doesn't seem to make sense going together the way it should. You got the idea that these graves are very old, and the dialects might have moved on. And so okay. So Nabor and Razzie, go ahead and investigate the offerings.
-1 coming at you. Oh, not bad.
Okay.
And you still do better.
So Razzie, as you're looking at it, you're like, this is wine. This is wine and some meat or something. Who cares? This is a proper offering. Gods deserve better than this. You do better offerings than this. Who would do this? And you get kind of like into the weeds a little bit on like the offering being just kind of lame compared to what you normally give. Nabor, you are looking at it. You see that these and you kind of like poke it, and you kind of you poke it a little bit, and then you kind of bring your pipe back up to your nose, and you smell it, and you're like, there's something there that is familiar. And then you look at the wine, you're like, oh yes, this has been drugged. These are sleep-inducing things. And,
The wine's fine, guys. Who wants a drink?
I don't think.
Catch those,
Has
they're
he?
offerings.
I'm gonna pick up the. It is it appears to be a poor offering for a god. Would you like to try?
I hold out
I'm
the
kidding, don't
sword
drink
and
it.
I put it
Don't
under
drink
it.
it. Don't drink it. It is drugged. Someone drugged these things. Whoever is offering a god, they are trying to
Offer
do.
that.
It was joke.
That joke.
And you notice Razi's sword is like had moved super close to, like, had been moving in your direction as you before you were able to put back the wine and explain yourself.
You're very high strung, my friend. I think you need to calm down a little bit. You should have a drink. Huh? You don't know humor.
Oh, you made it funny. Oh,
Yes. Joke.
Don't make a
Joke.
gods.
Joke.
Don't make funnies with the gods.
And I look over at Zahir, and Zahir like,
You need to work on your purring, my lanky friend. Let's really work on it. But seriously, we should talk about who's offering these things to gods, but they drug them first.
Maybe they make sure that they go to gods and not thieves.
Make a everybody make a perception check. Boop, boop, boop.
I hear nothing.
Okay, perfect. And and so as you guys are kind of bantering a little bit, oh, I should one too, because I am not. Maraxidor is not a DM. He does not know what's going on.
what about Zahir?
Yes, yeah, go and make one with Zahir.
Perception of 14, but it's
What's that?
a perception of 14, but it's not letting me roll.
Oh, okay, I got
There
it.
it is.
A passive of 14? Okay, so 13, perfect.
There it is.
And so, all of a sudden, Maraxidor, he's like, wait a minute. Quiet, you two. You hear that? Almost sounds
The
like...
board is not here.
It almost sounds like clockwork. Relin, get in here.
All right, bud. All right, I'm on the way.
And Maraxidor starts kind of moving around the side, and he looks... He's kind of moving around trying to figure out... He kind of like ducks a little bit behind one of the pews, and he starts looking around. Yeah, try to find a place to hide yourselves. I think something's coming.
Okay, I can stealth. I'm gonna jump behind that altar there. So busy
Oh.
telling us to hide, he forgets to hide.
He's just 19. Okay, find a place for you to hide, so that way I kind of know where you're at.
Yeah.
Yeah, that altar's big enough for the both of you.
Hide right there, and I'm gonna whistle for Zahir to hide behind the actual thing.
Perfect. Let's see here go.
You went way behind.
Oh, I see. Okay, perfect. All right, and then Relin, you're hiding behind one of those pews.
I'm under it. I'm a gnome.
Under it. Yeah, that's true. Easy enough. All right. And so as you all hide, quickly find you hear just this.
I hear, see anything.
And then after in a few moments, you all see from the stairs, there seems to be these two almost. They look like cubes, but they have eyes and limbs, and they're just walking slowly forward, like. And you notice that like one of them is holding a bow and arrow, and the other is just like and they seem to have multiple arms, like what they each hold an arrow, a bow and arrow, like two bow and arrows in one arm, and then and they also have like 4 other arms, making a total of 6. And as they kind of just walk forward, and then they both turn, and then as they turn, you see there are grooves almost in the floor that match their pattern that you thought that looked like cracking at first, but you notice that it's definitely a pattern. And as they turn, one of them just this simple oh shit. So you look exactly at Maraxidor, and that is where we will go ahead.
Oh, I'm gonna Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Throw a rock?
I was gonna pop up and try to talk to him.
Okay. As the alarm goes off, you pop up, and what do you want to say?
Hello, my friends. Nabor has brought many offerings to you. Care to come inspect, see if it is up to expectations?
There's some clicking as they look at each other, and then one
Yeah?
fires an
Just
arrow
kinda-
at you,
Oh, Jesus.
and then the other one fires,
Oh, God.
and they get. That's all they
the
get.
24 obviously hits.
Yeah.
I'm at 16 right now with mage armor.
Okay. And then so so they this is gonna be brutal. They both fire 4 times as part of an attack action.
Oh.
You're so fucked.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, shit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those hits. I'm gonna see if there's anything I can do as a reaction.
I'm gonna cast Spare the
Oh.
Dying.
Hold on.
Can't
One,
only do it if
two,
he actually goes
three.
down.
I think I actually have a thing for this. Oh, shit. I should have done a different thing. Damn it.
Okay, it's okay. First time learning. What would you have done?
Having actually looked at my spell list, I would have cast Disguise Self to look like one of them
Okay.
before saying,
Okay. Unfortunately,
talking about the offerings.
they have a true sight up to 120 feet. It would not have made a
Okay.
difference. So you take, let's see, oh my god, 9, 13, 16, 19, 24 points of damage.
Oh, I'm not dead. I'm very close, but I'm not dead. Said 24?
Sorry, 26.
Oh, God.
He did.
I'm at 13.
Okay, and with that, let's go ahead and everybody go ahead and roll. Let me clear out the turn order real quick, and then
Oh,
everybody.
already did it.
All right.
I'll do it again.
Holy shit.
I'll take the 11 I had before, please.
Of course, yeah. Oh my god.
Am I
That
not on
was-
there with my 8?
I'll put you on there. So,
Give.
there you go.
You
8.
want to change that?
Yep. Oh my god, that was hilarious.
That's great. I built my entire character for that one moment and just fucking smoke checked.
Like I love the like if it would have been like any other fucking like enemy, it would have been fine. Oh, sorry, I'll keep
It's
that
great
far.
because that's exactly what Nabor does anyway. He just tries to talk his way out of literally everything.
All right. So that'll bring us to like, oh shit, I'm up first. Maraxidor, he's gonna pop out and he's like, don't think they're listening, and he fires Chaos Bolt. Misses. And then he's going to move, put a pillar between him and then. And he is done with his turn. Razzie, you're up.
Hey.
Okay. To 30.
Is she cutting out for anybody
She's,
else?
yeah,
Yeah, she's cutting out for me too.
My speed is 30. Is that clear?
that's correct, yeah. Perfect.
Okay.
I'm going to run.
Oh, sorry, this is one of the weird maps where it's half, so you go 15 by the measurer.
I can go 15.
Yeah, sorry, not 15. You have 25, so it'll be 12.5.
No, she has
I have
30.
30.
Oh, you're 30. Yeah, then 15.
So I can't actually
maps-
get to anybody.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
map's,
the map's bigger
doubled
than it
in
looks.
size. Yeah.
Oh, is it bull?
Sorry. They're cool maps, though, right?
Okay, well, in that case, I'm going to
Oh yeah, you've seen.
run
You saw Nebor
in
just
front
get
of
shot
him.
the fuck by all these arrows.
And then I'm going to lay on hands.
Oh.
I'm gonna dump. Nope, I'm not gonna lay on hands. I'm gonna save that. I'm going to. What do I want to do?
What do you want to do?
Second. Is lay on hands a bonus action or an action?
I believe it's a bonus action.
Oh, cool. Cool, even better. I'm going to...
What are you doing? Come on. 6 seconds. 6 seconds.
Enlarge myself.
Perfect.
There's no hanging on.
Or wait, no, you don't get that big. You're now just medium sized.
I'm not normal.
You see Razzie go, "Ah!" And as she does, she grows to about the size of a good sized dragonborn.
Alright, and then I am going to... Now I am going to do lay on hands.
Perfect. For how much?
Let's go for 20.
20. Perfect.
Thank you.
Nabor, you cure 20. All right.
I'm almost a full. That's very nice. Thank you.
All right. That'll bring us to Wundle Trundle.
Fuck, bud. I'm just gonna pop up and I don't know how tough these things are, so firebolt the one closest to me.
Perfect. Firebolts 11. 11 misses.
Yeah.
So as you
Fuck
fire the
that.
firebolt, you see it. It's headed right towards an eye, and then all of a sudden the head kind of like spins, almost like on a Rubik's cube, and it peters off on the metallic side of the creature.
Just gonna get back under this pew. Get as much cover as I can.
All right, and then I'll bring us to Nabor.
Okay, they are within how much distance is between them?
So just whatever you between them is.
Yeah.
So this is a 10-foot gap.
Okay, 10 feet.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna pick a point right in the middle of the two of them. I'm gonna cast Shatter. Now that is not within. Oh no, wait, that isn't D&D Beyond. Sorry, hold on. Sorry.
Yeah.
Cast it at 3rd level. Boom! They need to do a Constitution save.
Perfect.
That's it for 3d8.
15. One passes. One does not. What does it do?
So I think the pass they do. So there's a snap. Like I come back up at the pew like, no, board does not like this, and I clap, and there's no noise that comes from my paws, but instead there's like this ear-piercing shatter between the two of them. On a success, the spell has no effect. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Sorry.
That's okay.
A creature takes 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save and half as much on a successful one. A creature made of inorganic material such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage on its saving throw.
Okay, so both
And
fail.
any non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes damage if it's in the spell's area.
Perfect. So both of them fail. So both take 18 points of thunder damage.
Sweet.
So as you clap, then the boom across the room, and you see like it's even better than you thought it was going to be. As you see like they're both kind of as it explodes, they both like kind of like start to spin. And
Fuck you.
they're like starting to crack, and like a few limbs are like starting to spark as they kind of, and then as you say "fuck you," they turn and they look at you.
And then we cannot cast cantrips as a bonus action, correct?
Let's see. I forgot what I rolled for this one. Not
Okay,
not
that's
not,
fine.
Not for this one. Okay.
I cannot do any of this as a bonus action. Yep. That'll end my turn.
Perfect. And as they all turn to you, they are going to fire again. Four at you
I'm
and
in
four.
cover, right?
Yeah,
Am
yeah.
I
You get a
in
bonus 2 to your
3/4
AC.
cover or full cover?
Full-
Or sorry,
I'm
3/4 or half
large,
cover?
so
you're in half.
You're medium.
You're medium. So
I'm in the way.
Well, I'm behind the altar.
Yeah,
and he's
so
behind the altar and behind me.
all right, so we'll give him 3/4.
Okay, cool.
All right, so
So
we'll,
that puts my AC at
let's see, what are you at? 16?
21.
21?
So 16, yeah, and then what? Plus 5 from the 3/4 cover. I'm at
There we
21.
go. Okay, so it'll be 4 at you and 4 at Razzie. That's 4 at you, 4 at Razzie.
I'm good.
22 hit Razzie.
Does 22 hit you?
Hang on. I only have 20 for an armor class.
That's
that sounds
really,
about right.
really good. Like,
That sounds about right.
22 hits me.
perfect. So, oh, I'm lagged out here. What does that damage say?
Nothing.
0.
0.
It's
Wow.
broken.
Blank. It's blank.
Well, alrighty
Blank,
then.
I take no damage.
Let's go and try that again. See how well the gods still favor. Yeah.
The stat
6
has ruled
piercing
it.
damage.
So I take 6 piercing damage.
That's correct, isn't it? As you're able to bat away most of them, but then you do get one catches you, and then they're going to start moving apart from each other. Back here, and then you hear as 2 more creatures make their way up the stairs.
Oh, god damn it. Stop it, Ty. I only have 2 spell slots.
I know. Isn't that tragic? And then, so Maraxidor is going to pop out his head. Seeing the 2 new additions, he's going to just attack them directly. Let's see. We'll just do... I really want this right. I'm going to do another Chaos Bolt. Come on, Chaos Bolt. This hits those ones. So different. Nope. You hear just this muttering, and then he's gonna burn some of his sorcery points and fire again. Motherfuck! You hear from behind a pillar, and that'll bring us. And he's gonna just move a little bit further over here, and that'll bring us to a Razzie.
Alright, I am going to... I am going to run forward.
Perfect.
Terrible idea, bud.
Me?
No, you're probably fine. Don't worry.
Run forward, and I am going to swing that one-handed.
Perfect. And so you have 2 attacks per action. So make your 2 attacks. Yeah, so you have your shield up.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. 21 hits. Roll the damage.
Okay.
8
Plus a
slashing damage.
d4 plus 2.
What's the D4 for?
The d4 is because I'm enlarged, and that also enlarges
Perfect.
my sword.
So roll your D4, and then plus 2 for your dueling fighting type, correct?
So that's plus 12. Or
Plus
I'm sorry, 12 total.
12 total. Okay, perfect. And as you... which at your large front just sound like... you run over, and then you just bring your sword down, and you cut this one in half, and the top half, like, pulls, like, grabs at the bottom half as it falls out, like... It is. It shatters into 2.
And I had a... In one hand, I plus 2 to damage rolls. Okay, I already did that one. Hang on, I'm making sure I'm getting everything right here, because there was one thing.
That should be everything. Yeah, because we were forgetting your dueling before. The dueling just adds 2 to your damage.
Yeah, I'm making sure that I don't have a plus to my attack.
No, not from dueling.
But for something else.
There's
Anything
nothing that's going to
for
boost you into hitting, so go ahead and keep researching. Is there... you moved to... You used your action. Do you have a bonus action you'd like?
Bonus action, can I shove this other dude down the stairs?
That would be a full action.
Ah. Damn. Alright, I don't think I have anything that's... Oh! Damn it. Hunter's Mark.
Hunter's
I am
Mark.
going
Alright, perfect.
to apply Hunter's Mark to this dude.
Perfect. He is Hunter's marked. All right. Relin, your turn.
So that one there?
That one
guy
there.
right there?
Yep. 13
So
misses.
Ah, dicks. Cover again.
Okay. And that'll bring us to Nabor.
That's me. I'm gonna use a free action to summon the mace.
All right. You guys see as Nebar puts his pipe in his mouth, and then as he puts his hands over the smoke, he seems to pull a mace out of the smoke and holds it in front of him and spins it around in his hand.
Pointed at the this motherfucker over here.
Pinging?
It's not pinging for some reason. It's gonna be this motherfucker over
Perfect.
here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, listen, the boy once heard one time, Eldridge Blaze.
Roll the attack.
Oh, and I didn't. Oh no, sorry, it's not even Eldritch Blast. My bad. I'm like,
Oh,
why
it's
don't
not?
you chill out?
Why don't you chill out?
Yes, chill,
Four.
touch.
So 23 will hit. Go and roll the damage for the touch. 16 necrotic damage.
I want to make sure that's built right. Stand by.
That sounds
Seems like
a
a lot,
lot
for
of damage.
cantrip.
You rolled max damage, 2d8.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. All right, and then. Okay, yeah, they don't have any sort of weird immunities to that. So as you guys see, as he says, "Chill out," this almost ghastly figure of like a skeletal hand raise up, and as it grabs onto the box-like creature, it crushes inwards, and you see the edges start to freeze as it starts to crinkle in, and you see as it does, the eyes pop out and frozen, and they shatter as they hit the ground. It clatters to the ground, useless.
I guess we're going to have to put that cube on the ice, and that will end my turn.
Your puns are bad, and you should feel bad, Maraxidor.
just, it's gonna be nothing but this, guys.
Oh yeah, this.
This is gonna be Arnold 80s movie fucking one-liners.
That's the joy of one-offs. You can do stuff that you can't maintain for an entire campaign. All right, so in that case, I'm gonna pop out, and then we're just gonna go ahead and Chaos Bolt. Did I build this right? What the fuck? +7 to hit. Roll to 4 again.
Yep, one in my life.
All right, and that'll do it.
Spell.
Huh? It is a cool spell. I wish you could just Razzie, you're up.
Nope.
Said she would be right back.
Perfect. We're just gonna go and assume she's gonna attack that dude next to her. Does that make sense for what she's been doing?
Mm-hmm.
Roll 2 attacks for her. One-handed longsword, 1. Oh, the first one hits, so we won't need the second one. So 6 plus 2, which is 8, then D4 being enlarged, and then is it D6 for her Hunter's Mark?
I don't know. I closed it when she started doing it herself.
I got it.
Hunter's Mark is typically D6.
Yeah, D6. Okay,
Yep.
good. And another D6. Total. Yep. And then, so as she cuts, looks over to the other one and is like, and she just cuts it down as it falls into 2 pieces. Those guys stood no chance. All right, and then I assume she'd move over to the other one. Does that sound fair to everybody? I just want to make sure we can.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Run over.
Let the tank be a tank.
And then we'll take her other roll of 23. So she'll her second attack. Bam. 12 plus 2. And as she brings down the might, you see her sword flash as she cuts down this one, as she just sticks her sword into the eye and then presses it down, and then kind of like starts stirring the inside guts around. And it dies. And she takes a breath and looks around, gives a big smile, and then you hear
Is that coming from the stairwell?
Yep.
Ah, shit.
And so this one comes in, and then from this another room, this one.
Ah, shit.
All right, and then that'll bring us to Relin.
Oh shit, bud.
Big fuck, mate.
There's a big one near me.
Yep.
I'm going to, if I can make it, I got 25 foot. It's fine. I'm gonna scramble behind the altar as well.
No, there's only room for Nabor here. Get out! You're going to
Shut
make
the
them
fuck up,
see
bud.
me.
All right, now shut the fuck up, bud.
Can't you see Nabor with her? Go away! It's my altar.
And then I'm gonna scorching ray at the one that was near me.
Fire. Yeah, they'll hit. God damn, 19 points of damage.
And wait a second, how many rays is it?
Scorching ray.
3!
3. Fire. 2 more. 16, 17. Both fucking hit. 8, 11, so 28, 38 points of damage. Am I reading that right?
19 plus 19.
And as you're running, you're like, this is formidable, and you just see him jump on top of the altar. He fires quick, and then 3 quick fire bolts, and they hit. This thing has like 5 different tentacles that are writhing up, and he managed to hit 3 eyes that start to burn, and then the whole inside of it seems to catch fire as it collapses to the ground, and it keeps burning.
Fuck that, bud.
That's great. No, stay out there. No, just
Shut the fuck up,
stay out
bud.
there.
Nabor, you're up.
You're being a real prick. I'm going to
Our city doesn't
stand up.
exist.
So you stand up.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you from way down there. You need to learn from our friends over there and chill. And I'm going to cast Chill Touch again.
Roll it. Misses. And so as
Damn
you
it.
as
I think I missed.
the
I was about to counterspell it.
as the hand reaches up and goes to grab, it seems to like your willpower to keep it whole just seems to break a little bit as it rolls closer, and you're like, oh shit. And that does not.
That's
hit.
not good. I'm going to duck back down behind the thing,
And
utilizing it for cover.
Maraxidor's going to, seeing this big fuck off, he's going to look behind him and be very frightened of this thing that just popped up. He's like, kidding me? What the fuck? And he's going to, yeah. He's going to cast Mind Spike against the one closest to him. Of course. Mm, that's fine. Okay, and then as he does that, he's like, "Leave that one for now," and then he's going to run. Side. He's going to kind of tuck himself back into this little up corner here. That'll bring us to.
Can't even see that fucked up corner.
Yeah, that makes sense. Fuck, they should have gone before me, so I'm gonna go and. One's going to appear, and it's gonna move up, and it's gonna beat the shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Two hit. Bludgeons the shit out of Maraxidor. And then that makes it so he's not able to move. So he will stay there. And then the other one's going to make its attacks against good old Razi. Actually, no, it's not. It is going to move forward to these two, and he's going to cast Paralysis Gas in a 30-foot cone in front of you. I need you guys to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm not good at
This-
those.
No, it's probably not a spell or a magical effect, is it?
It is
Nope.
not. It would be technically a magical. No, it's kind of more of like it's a chemical effect because it's a. All right, Relin, you make yours. Unfortunately, you see the tabaxi next to you just start to freeze up and just kind of. You are paralyzed for a minute. You can repeat at the end of your turn. All right, and that'll bring us to Razzie.
I to. You hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, making sure I'm not muted. Gonna run over here. That's 20 feet.
Perfect.
I'm going to swing, Bada.
All right, swing away.
1, 2.
And at this one, you run up and you start slashing away. But every time you get close, one of the hands just bats your swords away, and it keeps on the kind of the swirling arms around it. Tink, tink, and you notice every time you think you see it, there's faces almost inside of each one of them, all looking every direction. Relin, that'll bring us to you.
Hang on, do I have a bonus action?
Oh yes, of course.
This action, where are you, my friend? Arg. Bastards. Okay, a bonus action, Misty Step.
Perfect. Where would you like to be? Oh, thank God.
Front of this dude.
Yay! Perfect. Okay. Relin, what would you like to do?
Alright. Not that one. I need that one. And I need to... Yeah, sure.
Perfect.
Hop my happy ass over here.
Happy as. I ordered that beautiful lightning bolt.
Would, but it didn't go into my attacks correctly.
Oh.
Here. It's... There we go. Oh, that's... The fuck? It's getting weird.
That's
Getting weird.
that's the nice thing about having an established Roll20 game is you get past this Roll20 nonsense. Oh yeah. There we go. All right, it's a dexterity saving throw from both.
15.
One makes it, one fails. Roll your 8d6.
I would. I wish it would build correctly. I'll fix that in a minute.
Sure. $25 points of damage. Try not to do any damage for the parking lot. All right.
Fuck the parking lot.
So as you fire into the first one, you see it instinctively wraps inside and almost closes up as the lightning passes through it. But as it does the other one, instead of wrapping up, it flips over its farthest one, and the lightning hits into all of the fleshier parts of the faces that are on the tentacles, and it and starts to spasm a little bit. That brings us to Nibor. Constitution saving throw at the end of your turn.
Yay!
Yay, paralysizing.
I'm Zephyr!
Oof. I might give you an extra round just for that. Shit. All right. And then so that brings us to me. All right. So I'm going to let's see. These guys are right next to me, so I'd have disadvantage on ranged spell attacks. Fuck it. We'll just attack with my sword. Yeah. Oh my God! It hits. What? All right, fine. It's fine. It's okay. Yeah. Okay. So as the lightning bolt hits it, you see Raxidor just suddenly pull his sword, which none of you have seen him pull his sword yet. And then he just, as he reaches out quickly with his elvish accuracy, you see him stab and pop out 3 eyes really quick, and so they're like kind of shish kebabbed on his sword. And then on the last one, he digs extra deep and then plunges it all the way to the hilt and pulls it out as the drone collapses to the ground. Oh. Gotta put them back in the turn order. They are at 1. All right, so that'll be the Pentadrone's turn. So this one is going to... You shot it with lightning bolt. And... Nope, okay, yep. It is going to... Over there, and it's going to 5 attacks.
It's gonna beat the ever-loving piss out of me.
What's your AC?
12.
Well, all hits. So what?
Hold on.
Sure.
One of them I'm gonna do shield.
Okay, so only 4 hit. Perfect. All right, so it's 20 points of damage coming out as its bundled up form splays out and starts to helicopter around, slapping the shit out of you.
I'm alive. It's fine.
That'll bring us to Razzie.
All right. I am going to stop.
Hammer time?
Throw that phone across the room.
Perfect. Yep, you can make it.
Yep. I'm going to run this way.
Swing at advantage because you are flanking. So first attack misses. Second attack hits. Roll the damage.
And then a D4.
Yep, roll your damage, add your d4, add your 2 for dueling. So 9,
that's
11 points of damage total. Correct? As you slice into it, one of the arms kind of falls off, and then you see it like it's almost off, but you see it's kind of just like flopping at the end. It doesn't seem to have full control of that arm anymore.
How much space did I have left to move?
You had about 10 feet, I think.
So I'm
Or
going
wait,
to
30, you had 5 feet more.
and then I'm done.
Perfect. Relin.
Oh, it's fucking me again.
Yeah, back to you, bud.
Crazy when we don't have an initiative order of 23 people.
I know, right?
That's what's throwing me off.
Small parties. Few enemies. Alright.
Not an army of guards with us.
Is it magic missile for 4 damage? How many are you firing? What level, I guess, are you casting?
Question 'cause it didn't fucking ass.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one with magic missile. Get at least 3, right?
What a second.
Second? Okay. So second level, how many bolts is that, does it say?
First, they would be 2.
2. Okay, fire.
Nope, 3. Nope,
Three?
3 is base. So
3's base.
4.
4. Okay, fire all 4 and roll damage for all 4. Perfect. How do you want to do this?
Nice.
Just screaming and crying at this point. Just trying to get this thing away from me.
So you see the bruised the bruised gnome. He kind of like starts just he just starts flinging his hands, and almost as fast as you just see these 4 arcane bolts just fly seemingly out of his palms as he's just firing as fast as he can. They all seem to fly out, and as they come forward into it, you see the arms once again go to curl up, but they manage to make it on the inside of it before it does. And as they close, there's a moment of as the inside of it kind of pops outwards, and they fall limp. All right. I'll say it. What the fuck was that? Anybody experienced anything like that before? I need everybody to roll.
Looks like he couldn't hold it together.
Oh my god. Go ahead and make another Constitution saving throw. Okay. Now, so you're still paralyzed. Save that for one. Hold on 1 second. We'll come back to you.
Massage his
can I-
face to loosen up the jowls.
All right. I need everybody to make a. You can choose either religion or history check.
Can I still make that even though I'm paralyzed?
Yes. Yeah, you can, because this is in your mind.
Pick
I'm
one.
sorry,
for
that
me.
was religion or history?
That's correct.
They're both bad. Let's go with history.
Okay.
Nope.
Relin, you in your studies of the cosmos and the universe, you know that these are what are known as, let me pull it up here, Modrons. They are beings that come from a plane of absolute order and live in a hierarchy, in the exhibit, and they inhabit the plane of Mechanicus. and tend to its eternally revolving gears. With a 23, you do know that occasionally people summon them away from this and are able to corrupt their celestial programming and can use them for other means. And you get the idea that somebody, maybe recently, it's hard to tell, but somebody has started summoning them to work this temple again, and kind of using them as almost like a mechanical prayer wheel for some god that's coming up. And that's where.
Well,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna just share that with the group real quick.
Does it need the constructs?
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Trying to work his face.
You
See
gotta-
if I can work it loose.
As Rezi goes up and he starts
It was a
massaging your face,
restoration. I'm sorry.
and that'll give you advantage on your saving throw for just because it's adorable and she's a paladin. And you only
I
need
know
to.
it doesn't I know it technically doesn't help, but he does start purring.
All right. Actually, roll a d4, Razzie.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
My bad.
D4.
Yep. Okay. So with that, you do. As you see, she's massaging your face. You see her normally kind of.
I'm good with cats.
You see her eyes kind of extend out into a cat-like pupil for a second as she's staring into yours, and then return. And as they return, you feel your body loosen.
Can we drop the battle music?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
No.
Nabor appreciates the help, but as Nabor was saying earlier, it looks like that one couldn't hold it together. And also, are they constructs?
Yes, you would know that they are.
Sounds good. I
I've
don't-
relayed the information of what the fuck they are.
That one was funny.
It fell apart. It's 5 things, and it's 5 things on the ground. I don't do good against constructs.
That seemed to start out all right, actually.
The kobold snorted. I enjoy her company. She's nice.
She's becoming a quick favorite amongst most of us. And that's where we'll go ahead and end. We'll pick this up next time we have just a few people, and we'll continue some of this mystery of what's going on in Menestros and Mudruns and everything. I had to throw it up real quickly.
You didn't plan past this. That's
I did. It's just anything past this is gonna take like way
Forever.
longer, because this took a little longer than I was thinking, because I forgot I had to reestablish and everything, and then so just a short little session, but something kind of fun. And then also gonna make a announcement on the stream. We are going to be opening an online store for some D&D goods. It's gonna be called the DM Emporium. We're gonna be launching it November 1st. So if you like D&D, you want to check out some cool stuff, we'll have a new online store for you to check out. We're trying to make it a place where you can go, like a one-stop shop for everything that isn't Amazon, in case you're tired of giving Jeff Bezos money. You can give it to us instead. All right. So be checking out for that. We'll be doing probably like a live stream of when it goes up and kind of taking a look at it. And you guys will be in the soft one, so you guys will be able to see it before everybody else. But yeah, keep an eye. We'll be linking out everything, and then yeah. It's going to be a good freaking time. For now, though, do you guys have any questions about what happened, like, for next time we play the one-off, or?
Yeah, I'll just get with you to figure out what the fuck is going on with my character.
Sure. Yeah, that's
Throwing a warlock together in 20 minutes is
Sure.
difficult.
that's okay. This should be super easy. I have some ideas for you that actually work, I think, pretty well with what I have in mind. And then, you guys enjoy coming back to these characters? Would you like to do this more as the one-off? Again,
I
like,
fucking love my Cobalt Paladin.
perfect. And
I really dig the fact that me and Brandon's character get along so well in the main. But clearly, he just fucking hates me already.
That's fucking
that's so fun.
It's
Oh,
fine,
man.
because I was actually going to thunderstep both you and that thing if I had not gotten paralyzed.
I like how it's becoming like a pissing match between your
See, you would have
characters.
thunderstepped, and then it just wouldn't have worked.
Counter spell. That's funny.
Oh, because you would have counterspelled it. It would have been bad.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever had to have like a DM character counterspell anything to quell players. One-offs.
One-offs.
Perfect. So we'll go and end the stream there. Say goodbye to the nice people. Bye, nice people.
Goodbye to the nice people.
But we'll
Oh,
The mystery of Menestros will continue when it does. So we'll come back to this, but I'll probably be back to the main campaign next week.